What's up, guys? Let's do some meal prep. I'm gonna just record the whole thing so you guys can see kind of what a chaotic process it is. The more you meal prep, the more or the less chaotic it will get. So the first thing I always start for my meal prep, every single week I have hard-boiled eggs. I make them in my Instant Pot. So it's really simple. You just add your eggs in your Instant Pot, add water, put it on manual cook for 2 minutes. Once it's done, release the steam and then put it in an ice bath. So I'm gonna get these going right away. Set it to a sealed manual, 2 minutes, and then let that go. And then we're gonna marinate our chicken. I have chicken thighs. You can use chicken breasts. You can use really anything your heart desires. I've already washed my hands, so if you haven't done that, make sure you do that right away. I'm gonna have to wash my area again after having chicken here. So just put your chicken thighs in a Ziploc bag to marinate them. I did a family pack from Aldi just to get a little bit more for a little cheaper. Okay, so for the marinade, we are gonna use a little ginger paste. This is optional. A lime, we're going to use the zest and the juice, some sriracha, Greek yogurt, honey, and then chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. We're actually not going to use the chipotle peppers. We're just going to use the sauce, the adobo sauce. The peppers are way too hot. They're really, really spicy. If you want really super spicy, throw a pepper in there. I just want the flavor from the adobo juice. I don't necessarily want the spice. I'm going to be getting the spice from the sriracha and the ginger paste. So that's all I need. So I'm gonna just open this up. Oh, also let's season. Throw some seasonings in here with the chicken. Before I forget, I'm gonna do some adobo, some paprika, garlic, salt, and pepper, and some salad supreme, and some regular pepper. You can do any seasonings you want. Seasonings to me are like a personal preference because everyone kind of seasons their stuff differently, and I always season mine depending on my mood and how spicy I want. So do your thing. If you just want some basic salt and pepper, go for it. So first we season. Okay, now that we have all the seasonings in there, we're gonna just kind of shake it around, make sure everything gets coated. Oops. Make sure your bag is sealed. And then just kind of massage it all in there to get everything nice and seasoned. Okay, good enough. The marinade, once you put on there, will help kind of move it around too. Don't need that. Okay, so I'm gonna do like a heaping scoop of whole milk Greek yogurt. Actually, maybe a little bit more. Maybe like a scoop and a half. And then I'm gonna do a decent amount of honey, some sriracha, little ginger paste. This is optional, but it does add good flavor. There's more in this. And then we're gonna just pour the sauce in here without getting any of the peppers. Oh, got a little pepper, but it's okay. Okay. then we are gonna massage this all around, let it marinate for like a half hour. But while it's marinating, we are gonna preheat our oven to 375. We're gonna cook these at 375 for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna broil them for the last like minute or two just to crisp them up. And then we're gonna drizzle more honey on top of them. Okay, so we're gonna just let this sit aside. It can sit at room temperature for like a half hour. If you want to marinate it overnight, that's even better. I am not prepared, so we're just doing half hour. All right, now I'm gonna move all this out of my way. Wash down my area, get this stuff out of the way. One thing to do when you're meal prepping, I can't do it because I'm going to upload this to YouTube, but play some music, put your favorite playlist on, and just kind of make it like something you enjoy doing. Put a podcast on, put your playlist on, just make it fun. Like I said, I'm recording this for YouTube, so I can't have music or anything in the background, so it's going to be kind of boring. So if you want to put your music on while you're watching me, go for it. Okay, so now we are going to make, so that's our adobo marinated chicken thighs. We're gonna bake that and then broil it for our protein source. We've got hard-boiled eggs for our other protein source. And then to go with the chicken thighs, I'm gonna make a dense bean salad. It has fiber, protein, and it's just a great option to have a bean salad with it. So I'm gonna do corn, and I'm gonna grill it on my little grill pan and then cut it off and add it in. You can just use a can of corn, frozen corn, any corn, or skip the corn, whatever you prefer. I'm gonna do garbanzo beans. I'm gonna do black beans, diced red onion, diced bell pepper. Oh, actually, I forgot. I need lime juice and lime zest in my marinade. I'm gonna have to add one of these limes to my chicken in my marinade. We're gonna zest it first, and then we're gonna juice it and mix it in with the Greek yogurt, one of those for that. And then we're gonna zest and juice one for the bean salad. Diced cucumbers, chives or green onions, cilantro, tomatoes, and I have some arugula, so I'm just gonna add this in here to give some greens to our bean salad. Let's take care of that lime for the marinade first. Get that out of the way. So get all your ingredients out that you're gonna need just to make it easier on you, so you're not like out searching for everything in the middle of starting your meal prep. So for limes, these ones are really hard. You're gonna wanna soften them up a little bit. You can microwave them for a couple seconds or just roll them like I'm doing, just to kind of loosen them up so they're easier to juice. Like so. Let's zest it first. I've done the hard way of trying to zest it after I've juiced it. You don't want to. Okay, so let's just grab a little zester. Some of the zest. love the smell of lime zest. Make sure you wash your veggies. I've already washed, before I put anything in my fridge, I wash everything. So all of these have been washed already. But if you haven't done that, wash them really good. So we're gonna do half of this for the marinade and half of it for our bean salad. Just do it all at the same time to save some time. Okay, that should be enough zest for me. We'll do one for the marinade and one for the salad. Open this up. I'm going to take half this zest, put it right in there, juice the lime right in the bag. Close it back up and mix it around. Alright, now for our bean salad, we're just going to add this right in here. And then we're gonna start grilling our corn. Let's preheat our oven to 375. Bake, 375, start. We're gonna set our corn aside. It's already ready to go. I'm gonna grab my cast iron grill pan and just grill it up. Get the grill marks. If it were summer, I'd grill it outside, but it's not. So we're gonna just do what we gotta do. Find my grill pan. Cast iron grill pan. Put it on high. And we're just gonna set these on top. Nothing fancy. So while that's sitting there, we're gonna get the rest of our stuff going. I like everything kind of diced and chopped evenly, so I'm going to chop up my arugula. You could also use spinach or any other green here of your choosing. I'm just gonna roll it up. And I use the stems right with it. You can remove it from the stems if you want, but I don't have time for that, and I just don't care. make this really easy when we're chopping the veggies, get yourself a little chopper. It makes everything uniformly chopped and it makes the prep time really fast. So any little things you can do to cut down on your prep time. Oh, actually, you know, I should save some of that. I'm gonna make guac later. I'm gonna save some of the cilantro for later, for my guac. Another great tip is to have a little bowl or bucket for all your scraps to go in as you're meal prepping. You don't really want to do this all over the garbage because a lot of times you might be removing some seeds and drop half your pepper in there, and then it's just garbage. This way, if you drop it in the bowl, you can just grab it out, no big deal. And then your cucumber, I need to wash this. I have not washed this one yet. So for this, I'm just gonna cut it into slices when I get to that point because we're gonna put it right in the chopper. For my onion, we're just gonna slice it in half, peel it, and then we're gonna cut it in half again because it's going in the chopper. If you don't have a chopper, just dice it up. Try to dice everything evenly so they're all the same size. This onion is on its last limb, but we're gonna use up. Peel that one out too. So I'm just going to cut these in sizes for the chopper that they will fit. My corn is over there smoking, so just kind of keep an eye on that as we go. Oil on here. Let's open up our beans, get these ready to go. We're going to wash and rinse them. Just dump them in a strainer, pour some water over them. And I have the insert in here for the smaller ones. So we're going to start with the peppers. Just makes it so much easier. also a great way to get some aggression out. See how nice and evenly chopped they are? I'm just going to add this in here. Next, we are going to do our cucumbers. So I'm just going to slice them into rounds first. Throw those in there with that. And then we are going to slice our tomatoes. You can add these to the chopper if you want. I'm actually just going to slice them. And then add them to the chopper. Our oven is preheated. If you wanted to add a carb to this, besides the beans, you could add, and the corn, you could also add some rice. That would be really good with this. The corn and the beans are enough of a carb for me, so I'm not going to add rice. Dump it in. I'm just gonna strain the beans, rinse them with water. In. Kind of clean as you go. I'm like the messiest cook ever, truly. But when I'm recording, I try to kind of keep it clean a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna grab our corn, our grilled corn, cut this off. Our hard-boiled eggs are going off, so we're gonna take those out, release the steam, put them in an ice bath. Run under cold water, add some ice to it. Alright. Back to our corn. Our chives or green onions next. Those in. Look at this goodness. All the colors, all the flavor. This is going to be so good. Then we're gonna add some seasonings to this. Salt, pepper, garlic salt, and any other seasonings you might wanna add. Salt and pepper are a must for this. Using some Celtic sea salt, garlic salt, a little adobo, and some paprika. Stir that around. All right, let's taste it. It's missing something. It needs a little cayenne. I'll just do a little sprinkle of cayenne pepper. And a little bit more garlic salt. Excuse me, bless me. Perfect. Strained out my eggs. I'm just going to put these in a container. Fridge. Close as I need it. I'm going to stop recording for a second just to kind of clean up my mess here and resituate. I'm back. I kind of got some things cleaned up, some things I need for my green juice. So now I am going to put the chicken in the oven. I've got some parchment paper on a sheet pan, and I am just going to lay down this on the oven. We're going to bake it for 30 minutes at 375. And then
30 minutes, starting now.
Go. My hands really good. I've already sanitized this area, and we are going to start our green juice. Don't use a juicer. You can if you want. I hate using a juicer. It's a hassle, it's a pain, it's a mess. They just don't clean easily. So instead, I use one of these strainer bags. I blend everything with a little bit of water and then I strain it through a strainer bag. I have a honeydew melon, a pineapple, some limes, lemons, and then I'm going to add spinach and celery and cucumber. I'm going to do 3 limes and 4 lemons. And some spinach. Oh, and ginger. You can't forget ginger. I put ginger in all of my juices. Always. I'm going to add a couple carrots too. Can't forget the ginger and the carrots. I almost forgot those. I'm only going to use half of the pineapple because it'll be sweet enough with the honeydew melon. And I'm only going to use like half of the celery. Start with the spinach. This is ready to go. stalks of celery. Save those ends for bun bun. Ginger. And you don't have to peel it because we're going to strain it anyways. And the skin has a lot of nutritional value. Just make sure you wash everything good. I just cut the peels off, and it's totally fine if a little bit stays on because the peels are actually good for you as well. So are the seeds of lemons and limes. Actually, I'm only going to use 2 limes. Yeah. 2 limes, 4 lemons. Okay, so this is full. I'm going to blend it, and then we'll slice up half of the honeydew and half of the pineapple and add that in. And add some water. And then once we blend this, because a lot of it's finished, just taking up room, we will have more room to add in the pineapple and honeydew. I have this huge, gigantic blender, which most of you probably won't have. So you're gonna have to do yours in batches in a regular blender. Okay, so I blended this batch up. Now there's room for some of the honeydew and pineapple. But first, I'm gonna grab this because we're gonna use this to strain it. Okay, and strain some of this out, and then we'll add the honeydew and pineapple. Oh, shit. My little spout was open. Definitely wear gloves for this or it will stain your hands. You can reserve the pulp and use it to dehydrate it, add it to seasonings, add it to smoothies, add it to soups for all that nutritional flavor and value. Just gonna move this and set it aside. Save the skins of your pineapple and boil them. Cover them with water in a pot and boil them. Oh, this pineapple's definitely seen better days. So we're gonna see what we can get out of it. Yeah, that half is just gone for. But if you boil the skins of the pineapple with honey and water, you'll get some pineapple tea. There's an enzyme in pineapple called bromelain, which is really good for you. It helps with inflammation and just has lots of health benefits. So this pineapple, I should have used up sooner. I'm just gonna cut what I can and use what I can because a lot of it is just not ideal. So the rest of it we're gonna toss. I didn't quite get to my green juice this week as quickly as I wanted to. Because of that, we're going to use the whole honeydew. Scooping out the seeds, I like to use a measuring cup with sharp edges just to make it easier. Look how easy that scoops out. And then we're just going to cut out the skins. Go around and cut those off. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 14 minutes left on your 30-minute timer. I feel like I'm milking a cow right now.
That's actually really good. Like, so good, so refreshing. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, I'm just waiting for the chicken to finish cooking, and then we're gonna plate everything up. Look at that, perfect amount. Okay, I'm gonna clean up my mess again. Lots of cleaning in between, and then we'll be back to plate everything up. Look how beautiful they look. I turn the oven now on to broil, and I'm gonna just glaze these with a little bit of honey, and then we're gonna broil for a couple minutes to kind of crisp them up a little bit. If it wasn't really cold out, I'd grill these, but it's too cold. So back in the oven it goes on broil. Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
While that's broiling, we are gonna set out our meal prep containers and get those ready. Actually, let me count how many chicken thighs I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. So we're gonna do 10. Actually, we're gonna do 8. 3. Some of those are pretty small. And then we've got our little bean salad. We're gonna do a little layer in the bottom of all of these. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Look at that. Then we got those nice, Alexa, timer off. Those nice little crispy char parts. Oh my god, these look so good. Taste it. Oh my god. So good. So let those rest 5-10 minutes and then slice them up. Oh my gosh, it's so juicy. falling apart as I slice it. That's when you know it's like really good and juicy. Chicken on top. This is gonna be so good. You can weigh it out if you're really macro specific. I am not, so as long as they all have some chicken, I'm good. Yum, yum, yum. And there's our meal prep. We have a dense bean Tex-Mex grilled corn salad with some adobo, Greek yogurt, chicken, and where is it? Fresh green juice, plus our hard-boiled eggs in the fridge. So we will see you guys next time.